Go.
Good evening and welcome to our X39 stem cell activating testimonials. My name is Dr. Jon Harmon and I have the honor of being your host for the next 30 minutes. And we're going to talk about this exciting new. I do want to tell you, even though I am a doctor, any medical claims here, it's for information and educational purposes only. The information is not meant to diagnose, treat, cure disease, and the statements in this Zoom have not been evaluated by the FDA. If you're pregnant, nursing, taking medication, or have a medical condition, please consult your physician first. So now that we have that out of the way, we can get. I'm really excited tonight about not only about the testimonials, but be able to share all this information with you. It's been quite the ride over the last 90 days for those of us who are involved with this company. And let me just tell you what the schedule will be. We're going to have some testimonials. And then we're going to tell you and explain to you how these patches work. And then we'll show you how you can get your hands on them as a customer or decide to join on this journey with us. So we have our first testimonial. I want to introduce that person. I see him. I'm going to unmute you, Mr. Bob Hutchings. Nope. Mute yourself. Can you unmute yourself? Or Savy, can you unmute him?
There he is.
There he is. Nice to meet you face to face. I've heard a lot about you through Savy. But I'd like for you to take 5 minutes or so and tell us what your experience has been with the X39, if you would.
All right. My wife and I bought a sleeve of patches for ourselves. And the very first day that I put a patch on, I actually felt a lot of energy. And interesting is the second day I put that patch on, put it at the small of my back. I got thrown out of a car when I was 16 and have some arthritis in the small of my back just above my hips. So it's been bothering me. But interestingly, the first day that I put that on, it cut the discomfort down to about 80% or less. So I kind of cycle through, and about every third day I put the patch down on the lower part of my back. And I can tell you this, I ran out of patches for a couple of days, and actually I had some withdrawals, and I really got came back, and it was not fun. And I thought, wow, this stuff really works. So we hurried up and borrowed a sleeve of patches kind of till ours came in. And, so we're moving forward. I mean, we have firsthand experience. My wife couldn't be here with me tonight, but she had a similar experience. She has had a non-cancerous lymphoma on her side that just kind of presses on some nerves. So actually the first day she put the patch on there, and it reduced her discomfort significantly. So we've both been very happy with it. I sent 10 samples to a sister who has COPD, and she's in about day 7 now and experiencing some pain relief actually from the body aches, just being older in her mid-70s. But we're hopeful that she'll stay with them, because I can tell you from my experience, they really work.
Thank you very much, Bob. Doesn't he have a great voice? He does some voiceover for productions, and I appreciate you sharing that with us today. Once you have an experience like that, it's like, you get this deep conviction that these patches can help with a lot of different things. Okay, thank you, Bob. If you'll mute yourself, we have Bill and Helen Hosian, and I saw Helen there. I see both of them. Let's unmute them. Yeah, there they are. Now these are the parents of a very special friend of mine who's on the call right now on the Zoom, and it's Rebecca Heinrich. And I'm not sure where you live, but she talks about you a lot. and she said that you've had a really great experience with the patches. Helen, can we have you go first?
You bet. Thank you. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well, 88 days ago, like you just said, Dr. Harmon, Rebecca got those patches to us. We joined as a diamond, and we had moved from Texas. Now we're in Florida, so you know where we live now. And just several things. I want to mention several things that has happened to me. In January, I went back to my doctor on a checkup, and I know that over a year I had had tingling and pain in my feet. And I looked her right in the eye and I says, Dr. Edison, do I have neuropathy in my feet? Oh, yes, of course you do. And so I knew I did. Well, I started the patch. 5 days later, the pain and the tingling was completely gone. Yay. Cramps at night were gone. Everything like that was absolutely gone. And it was only 5 days.
Wow.
I no longer had these symptoms. Yeah, isn't that amazing?
It is.
To some of the things that Rebecca wanted me to mention was I had been the narrator at the Christmas party, and I had to sit down and hold my hand still with the paper because it was shaking so bad I couldn't even read it, you know. Well, now in about the last month, we've been on them 88 days, so no shaking in that left hand at all. I can hold everything just as firm as and I have absolutely no shaking.
That's incredible.
That's something.
Now, what were you diagnosed with, if I may interject, with the tremors?
They thought 3 years ago that I had some lesions in my brain, and they said it's probably Parkinson's. My father died of Parkinson's.
Wow. Jeez.
So I don't know. I don't know what the thing. I would say it was Parkinson's, but I don't have it anymore.
I like that.
Isn't that amazing?
That is amazing.
How about sleep? Well, Helen, we moved here, and I think about things in the middle of the night, and
just anxious as can be.
Yeah, and I can't get, trying to figure out what will we do with this corner, what will we do with that, and so on. But I have these patches. I go to sleep right away. I sleep for at least 5 hours, may get up and go to the bathroom, go right back to bed and sleep for another 3 hours. It just has been amazing. And I feel so much more refreshed because, I am sleeping better. So that's a couple of things. I got a bike the other day, the middle of last week.
Tricycle.
Yeah, well, yeah, one of those big tricycles was given to me. And I went out riding. And when I came home, I said to Bill, oops, my hip is really hurting. So I put the patch right down there. 2 hours later, it didn't hurt anymore.
Helen, may I ask how old you are?
I am 79 years old.
It ain't so bad being 79, is it, with patch on?
Well, that's what I wanted to talk about, Dr. Harmon, is, I have no crow's feet. It's just absolutely taken my skin to be really smooth and so on. I don't look 79, so
no, you don't.
My hair's fuller. My fingers and my hands are just really, really strong. I've been working on screws and everything around this house. And look, my fingernails are just beautiful. And I had some little abrasions on the tips of my fingers for probably 6 months. My skin is absolutely smooth on my skin.
You got some good stuff going on there. That's awesome.
Going miracles. And yesterday, I was trying to get something out of the refrigerator over there, and I came up too quickly, and I bumped my head. So bad that I was screaming across.
She was like a banshee.
Yeah. So, it was really, just to even touch, I could hardly stand it. 2 hours later, I came in, I said to Bill, it doesn't hurt. And it hasn't hurt since.
But she had the patch on.
Yeah. So I had the patches on, and you can see that we have the, what is it called? Glucosamine?
Yes.
No, it's not. Is that what it is?
Glutathione.
Glutathione.
Thank you.
Glutathione. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got that one on about 10 days ago. Anyway, it's been a miracle. Thank you so much.
Wow, that's a lot of miracles right there. Thank you.
Yeah. And Bill's got some interesting things to tell you.
Yeah, let's hear Bill. What's going on with Bill?
I'm only 84, so I'm still young.
Wow.
The year we got married in 1960, somebody ran a red light and totaled my car, hitting me on the driver's side. All these years, my left hip aches horribly, just all the time, never quits.
Yeah.
And then
We were coming home from Becky's house actually in 2017.
2017,
Wow.
from Becky's house, I had an aneurysm in my right eye. It was just all full of blood, and the blood got absorbed, but I couldn't see. And so I had the doctors put a bunch of injections in my eye, and they actually bruised it. Not even bruised it.
Scarred it.
They scarred it. And they said, well, I'm going to have that scar the rest of my life. They can't do anything about it. So I've lived with that. Then we moved here to Florida. And while we were moving in, I turned suddenly and fell and hit an open door right on my right neck here. It was swollen way up. I continued to fall to the ground, and I bruised all the way down my right side. I had a headache that I've never had in my whole life. And the next day, we had a pizza party with the family. I was still so dizzy, I couldn't even go in the
You
house.
couldn't even get out of the car.
So I said,
Wow.
I'll just stay here. And my son-in-law brought some pizza out. And I took one bite, and I threw up all over my poor son-in-law.
So I guess he had a concussion. We don't know.
But they rushed me to the emergency room. I mean, they were mad that I didn't go there to start with. I got in the emergency room, and they did more tests than Carter's Got Pills. They gave me MRIs. They gave me I can't think of all of them, but they didn't find anything wrong. They said, you just probably have a major concussion, and that you'll get better in maybe 3 weeks to a year.
How many days was it?
Well, let me tell you what happened. Becky heard about it and sent us some of the X39 patches. She sent it overnight. So I put it on the next day after I got out of the hospital, and my left hip doesn't hurt hardly at all.
The swelling completely went down in 2 days.
Yeah, and they said that would be at least a few months before it'd be gone, because the reading was way out.
Tell them about your eye.
I can close my left eye now, and I can see you, still a little twisted, but I can see you.
And they said that would never happen. They said the scar from his aneurysm would never recover, and it has already.
And so I'm very happy.
You sure you're not telling us about a dream you had? Because that's a lot of miracles.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I think X39
is a miracle.
is a miracle,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
We're so grateful.
Yeah.
And so do we. And we're really grateful for you to come on today. I know it was short notice, but you did a great job. I see you and your daughter, by the way. I have to,
Oh, yes, we do. We get
Yeah.
to go. We sometimes, yes, we're very
Yeah.
close.
Thank you so much. You're a lovely couple. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Thank you. Well, I'd like to introduce everybody now. Everybody knows who the day after the quarantine started called me up and said, what do you know about stem cells? And the rest is history, and we've just been running since. But Savy's going to tell us how these patches work. This crazy photobiomodulation in a patch. How does that truly, what are the kind of things that you can expect? Savy, unmute yourself and tell us how these patches work, will you?
Okay, I'm going to talk a little bit loud. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so amazing testimonials, by the way. Helen, I can't believe how young you look.
Yeah.
Incredible, your hair.
Well, I'll Venmo you the in the next few days. Venmo you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Send the $20 tomorrow if you would.
Helen, you have more hair than Savvy. That's all I'm saying.
More hair than me. Ridiculous. It's amazing. I only hope to look that good when I get that age, right? That said, we're all going to live to be 120 minimum, right?
Yeah. There you go.
Okay, so this little patch, right? It's like a Band-Aid, but it's profound in what it's doing for people, right? It's literally nanotechnology is what it is. And inside of here are organic crystals, amino acids, sugars, oxygen, water, but it's crystallized in here, and embedded in this is a light frequency, photobiomodulation, like the doctor said. Very, very amazing, like Nikola Tesla type stuff, because the light frequency sends information into your body. Non-transdermal, nothing goes into the blood. You place it where you can, technically you can put it anywhere, but the acupressure points that are recommended are behind the neck or below the navel, right? When this patch goes on, your own body's heat, which is infrared light, because a lot of people don't understand that when you get into quantum energy, humans are magnetic and electrical, but we're mostly light. So you put this on your skin, the heat from your body activates the patch. That then elevates GHK copper peptides. The GH copper peptides are what activate then your own stem cells. Once your stem cells get going, pluripotent stem cells, which can become anything, they're universal, they will go to the area of the most inflammation in your body in a pecking order of importance, right? So you might have bad knees or a bad back, but if you can't remember where you parked the car yesterday, it might go to your brain first, right? It will get to those knees in time, because one of the main benefits of this is the increase in collagen too. Collagen is the #1 protein in the human body. It's the glue that holds you together. Hence, over time, as we rebuild the knees, necks, back, or whatever, eventually the hair and the skin will also look good too. Some of the other benefits that you hear regularly, better sleep. Hear that all the time. How important is sleep? No sleep, no repair. No rest, no repair. So these stem cells, you put the patch on, say in the morning, 12 hours later, you take it off. So you activate the stem cells, and then as you sleep, you repair and regenerate tissue, right? That's how that works. A lot of people don't ever mention too that it actually regulates up or down over 4,100 genes. I never hear people talk about that too much, but that's extremely important too. Better sleep, REM or delta, dramatic pain relief, especially soft inflammation, like she was talking about, and her husband. Same with Bob with his back. In fact, Bob, as you saw, the few days he was without the patch, the pain came back. You also get the dramatic wound healing, scar reduction, right? And eventually it's literally pumping the brakes on aging, right? It's literally, in some cases, you could say age reversal, because we're nothing but cells, 100 trillion cells, head to toe. That's why we have so many testimonials. All right, so that's a brief description of what the patch does. All right.
Great, thank you, Savy. I appreciate that. Very good explanation. I like that book on GHK. That whole book that he has is about the GHK copper peptide. It's not written by the Jon Pickert, who has done most of that research on that GHK copper peptide. So I get to tell you how you can get your hands on these. You can choose to either just use the patches, and the patches come in what's called the sleeve. Hold up that sleeve, Savy, will you? The sleeve is basically a large cardboard envelope type packaging, and you can purchase a month's supply for retail for $149.95. Or you can become a preferred customer, and that is to just go on auto ship, and then the company allows you to purchase any product that you do on auto ship at wholesale. So we get it at the same price. You would get the same price that we do. Choose to maybe make a decision that maybe you want to start sharing them with people, because everybody knows somebody who has something. We all have something going on that we want to fix, or we want to get better, we want to feel better, we want to look younger. And so you can choose to become enrolled with the company. And you can do that for as little as $25. You can get enrolled with the company, but you wouldn't have any. We have different packages. The silver package is the level when you get to that, the silver level, the silver package, the company drops the $25 fee, and now all you're doing is paying for product. So you can go clear up to the diamond. I started at a silver pack, but I noticed really quickly that every single person I talked to wanted to try the patches, and I was giving them some of mine. They're our best advertising, and so I realized that I needed to get a lot more, and so I upgraded to what's called the diamond pack, and that's 19 sleeves. People who are really serious and want to go really fast, and they're going to be able to do it more hours per week, would want to get one of the larger enrollment packs, even up to the diamond. Silver pack is $299. You get 3 1-month supplies called sleeves. There's a gold pack, you get 5. There's a platinum, you get 12, and then the diamond pack affords people some really good benefits. One of which is then you have patches to loan to your people who get enrolled, so that they then can go share them with their people. So whatever you choose, whether it's a retail customer or someone on auto ship, or you choose to actually start sharing these, get your hands on these patches. They're going to help you. They're going to help you with your health. My personal story was my big shift came at about 2 months. My mom had to take a lot of antibiotics when I was in the womb. I think I came to earth with gut issues, and I've come so far. Now, this is someone who could only eat chicken, steamed vegetables, and rye crackers when I was in my 20s. I've had to take digestive enzymes and betaine hydrochloride in order to digest my food. Since I can remember, I don't even have to take enzymes anymore. I don't take any enzymes. I don't take any hydrochloric acid. I just eat and digest my food. And anyone who has not had gut issues, you don't know how huge that is. But when you can digest and eliminate without any outside help, these stem cell activation patches have really turned that around to where it's a non-issue for me, rather than something that I was concerned about every day. I invite you to join us. Get with the person who invited you to this call. Tell them, if you want to go, say, hey, I need your help. And I can tell you there's not one person on this call who would not take a call from anybody on any other team, because that's how we roll. We've all done it. We help each other. We're assisting people in this journey. And when you get to the point in the history of, the history of the world has come to this point right now where it looks really, really smart to have a side gig. It looks really, really smart to have a home-based business, because after all, we've been told to stay home. And who knows what else is going to happen. And I can tell you that what this has done for me, I'm not in my practice 5 days a week. I still have it, but I'm in my practice 3 days a week. And it's all about freedom. It's all about freedom and options. When the stuff goes down, it's about security, freedom, and options. And I invite you to join with us. Thank you so much for joining with us. I think we're about out of time. We have a few more minutes, but I could ramble on and all day if you need me to, but get with the person who invited you and get started if it's what you want to do. The science has been done. You can choose to do your own research. That's good. I've had people that I contacted right off the bat. They wanted to do a month's worth of research. It cost them 60 people in their downline by taking a few weeks to read about it. That's how fast things go. So get your questions answered, and we'll see you on the next Zoom call. Thank you, everybody. We love you all. We'll help you. Your sponsor will help you. Let's go out and have some fun and help some people. Thanks for coming.
Thank you, Dr. Harmon. Thank you, Dr. Harmon. Thank you, Savy. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Helen. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, everyone, for coming on board.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Peter.
Great call tonight. Good job.
Appreciate it.
Great job, guys.
Recording.